What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Three Amigos podcast. Chris here with Frankie and Anthony. What is going on, fellas?
Hey, man.
Hello.
We've got some pretty big news. GTA 6 has suffered a pretty massive news leak. This 16-year-old kid stole a bunch of videos that revealed gameplay and characters and all sorts of stuff that they were not ready to show off, and shared them on the internet where they will live forever. And the story's only gotten worse because now the FBI is allegedly getting involved.
So,
And don't think this kid, because he's 16, and trying to think back to when I was 16, I don't really think he understands the scope of what he's done.
nope.
So yeah, how are you guys feeling about this? What are your thoughts on this pretty, I mean, as far as like video game companies, Rockstar could arguably be the most famous. And this is a painfully ironic that a company that's known for making like a game where you do a bunch of illegal stuff has been hit with something like this. What do you
Yeah.
guys think?
I mean, for me, it's crazy, but like it doesn't affect me so much because it's not like I'm mainly playing the franchise for multiplayer now purposes. Just trying to have fun and mess around with friends. Um, the other thing for me is like it's not a game that I would go out of my way to buy and play the story mode. The only times I ever did that was just to play with like a friend, and that was when I was a kid. And I never even played four. I played five. Obviously, you guys got it for me. But it doesn't affect me so much. I do just like, but as a gamer and as someone who, you know, uh, supports gaming and devs and the hard work that goes into it, this sucks. It sucks for all parties involved. It sucks for the people, the fans who probably don't want to see that, and for the idiots out there too. Like that's the main thing that like jumped out to me was like how many people think this is like some sort of finished product, and there's just like out and about just like saying like this is trash. I'm like, no shit, it's trash. It's still in development. So that's quite just angry. Like it makes me angry. Like, really, peeps, come on. Like, yeah, it can't be like this right now. Like, come on. The world's getting better. Be happy that the game's even in development. Like, come on. Like everyone just
Yeah, for
assumed the game
real.
wasn't even real. Um, but yeah, it sucks. But it I that's how I feel most. Like I feel bad for the people. I'm not upset about it too much. I think it's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, what can you do? This kid's about is either holding them hostage, blackmailing them, from what it sounded like. Um, in the end, if if the FBI and the government is still doing what they're doing, the kids are gonna wind up with a job because usually they recruit hackers. They don't actually send them to jail. They try to keep them on staff and payroll. Yep.
Yeah, now Anthony, you're pretty, I mean, of the three of us, I would say you're probably the biggest GTA fan. How did you feel when you heard about this news?
When I heard about it, I didn't know much. Like I heard a rumor that it was leaked, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And then after I found out that it was, everything that happened, um, my mindset was one of those, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. And it was just kind of dumb. A lot of it is stupid. I'm really mostly fed up about those people who really did go out and say, "Oh, this looks like trash. Looks like trash. Why would I pay for this game?" Like either you're trolling and you're just trying to make a joke out of it that it looks like trash, or you're really that stupid and you think the game's gonna look like that. So that kind of frustrates me. And it's the other idea of why in the first place did it happen when you could I'm one of the most impatient people you'll ever meet,
Hmm.
but I can still be very patient on certain things. Like I don't care to see GTA footage right now of the new game. When it's ready, I'm gonna trust that it's gonna be enjoyable. Four had its moments, even though it wasn't my favorite one, it had its moments.
Hmm.
And five definitely had quite a bit of moments. And I'm still playing five to today. So I don't know. I'm just like, just the why.
Yeah.
do you guys pay attention to like game footage and like gameplay and stuff like that, like when a game's in development, or do you prefer to like wait until the game is out and not really know anything going into it and just like
Oh,
discover as
after
you go?
discover as I go and wait, that for sure.
Does it
Um,
depend on the game though? Like, were you like locked into all the Halo gameplay and like Modern Warfare 2? Like, are you paying attention to any of that? Or you're just like,
yeah, I
when
try to
Call
pay
of Duty
attention.
comes out, whatever.
Yeah, I try to pay attention. I'm like l less and less trying to be impressed by graphics because usually it's going to be the same. With Halo, you expect the graphics to be better and get better because that was one of the things besides story and gameplay, is that graphically it was good. It was pretty good. It looked good. It looked great at times. So that's something, yeah, I definitely paid attention to, especially when, Infinite came out. I thought it looked good at first. Um, but obviously it got shitted on. Like, yeah, after like, screenshots, like when you screenshot something, yeah, it didn't look great, but it's still in development. So I think you can't always go by the initial taste test, whatever you want to call it. That's just how I frame it in my mind. But yeah, that's not something you always want to go by. It's like it's just that's what you get. That's your taste, that's your sample, and then take it from there. Like, and just wait until the finished product or the appropriate product is finally out. With COD right now, it's like I don't think it's that impressive graphically, and that's fine. Like it's pretty much the same. I could be wrong. Once the new console, now that it's going to be playing on a new console, Modern Warfare 2 looked great even on the last gen. The new Modern Warfare. So Modern Warfare 2 has a chance to look even better on, these consoles. So but from what I saw, it looks doesn't not that impressive. Not it doesn't look anything different from Black Ops too much, even though they're two completely different developers. So I try to, but at the end of the day, as long as it plays well and I have fun, that's all that matters to me. That really is all that matters to me.
So to take us back to GTA 6 real quick, um, it is, I mean, I heard about this leak and then, I was kind of waiting for Rockstar to confirm it because we hear
Hmm.
about like rumored leaks and people posting like dumb shit on 4chan and Reddit all the time.
Yeah.
Like the number of like Pokemon prediction rumors that come out that are never ever true.
Hmm.
So it's like take it with a grain of salt and the like curiosity in me, I Googled GTA 6 leaks, but like nothing really showed up. It was like a bunch of
Hmm.
like blurry, images and like articles about what had happened. Um, but I was not aware that people were like bashing, which like first of all, like if you're going out of your way and like looking at the videos of the GTA 6 leaks, that's kind of lame.
Hmm.
Because it wasn't supposed to be shown. Like it's one thing if like a company reveals footage and people are like the Halo Infinite situation where like they did a full presentation and after people were like dunking on how stupid Craig looked.
Yeah.
And then they like delayed the game for another year and went back to the drawing board. But it's another thing if like a company wasn't they were never gonna show that footage. And so to then comment on the way it looks, which first of all is dumb because GTA was never like a graphical powerhouse. It's like
No,
not
for sure.
it's not the
Yeah,
point of those
it never
games.
was.
Um, it's like Red Dead. That's Red Dead 2 is one of the most beautiful games ever made, but it's a different, they don't have a bunch of tall buildings in that game. It's a lot easier to render those environments. Um, what's weird to me about people commenting on how it looks, aside from the fact that it's GTA, is just like that game, I think when they first even mentioned that they were working on it, they said like 2026. Like they gave a super far out potential release window. So if you're looking at, I mean, Red Dead 2 took like 8 years of
Mm.
development because they had to like record all those voice lines that you potentially may never hear if you don't do certain missions. It's crazy to me to judge how a game looks based on unreleased footage for a game that's a minimum 4 years away. That's just insane. I don't know, man. But like the gaming, world has just gotten so weird. So weird. This is a really unfortunate story, though. What do you guys think is going to happen to this kid?
Um, I I don't know if I agree with the thing about him getting a job from it. I mean, it can go both ways. Um, but I've seen a few different like so in terms of like let's say you watch a documentary, right? Some of
Hmm.
the ones that I would actually watch, and I said one to Frankie a while back, is like those people who are like doing some kind of crime and they think they get away with it and they're going for a long time. You remember the last one I sent you was like that kid in the college was I guess selling drugs on the dark web, something like that.
Yeah.
So shit like that I would watch to find out like, people out there actually exist that are like that. And
Hmm.
it depends on, number one, what state he's in and the age and, the laws for that. What kind of action is Take Two and Rockstar going to want to take, which of course they're going to want to take, you know, the full extent or whatever. They want
Yeah,
to,
I would say pretty extreme.
they're gonna be like, we're gonna fuck you with the long dick of the law type of thing.
It's not a small company. Like he fucked with
Yeah.
like one of the biggest,
Yeah.
most powerful, like Take-Two is one of the richest companies in the gaming industry. Like he didn't like hack some small indie studio. Like I wouldn't want to deal with those Take-Two lawyers. My
Yeah.
God.
And I wonder, like, if this comes into a major, I mean, it's probably gonna get like a trial or whatever, right? Let's say whatever the legal system is. I'm wondering if they're gonna see a lot of people who are gonna try to back him up for his actions. Like, oh, you can't fucking lock him up. That's fucked up. It's like,
I don't think
I
so.
don't
I
know.
mean,
It's
people support and defend way worse
That's
human beings
true.
than this guy, so I
This is
could
true.
so
see. I feel like there's gonna be the like I don't even know, like anti-establishment or just like anyone that you say go left, they have to go right,
Yeah,
which
right.
is
yeah.
like they're gonna take the side of whoever the person is that did something super illegal.
Look,
Because when you have those people who look at the leaks, I understand that curiosity of like,
Sure.
you're a kid on Christmas before Christmas and you see your gifts under the tree, you want to take a peek at what it is.
Right.
But the difference is if you do take a peek at your Christmas gifts, you know what you're getting and it's completed. If you take a peek at these leaks, it's not even completed. So you're just looking at an uncooked turkey or something, like I don't know. I'm just frustrated with the gaming community and how people can be. I don't really have any more to say about that really. It's just I'm just frustrated with how people are.
yeah, I hear you. The reason I say that um that he's gonna get a job out of it is because I took my social classes in college and criminal justice courses as well. And in the textbooks, it's commonly known, at least if you decide to learn that hackers actually you don't send them to jail; they tend to be recruited. You don't like kind of like that episode you sent, the gift that you sent from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't know how active that's still going on. Maybe people the government has caught up and able to recruit people rather than try and find them out in the dark web or arrest them and then just say, hey, like you won't go to jail if you come work for us, and then eventually you'll earn a salary.
Let me
But
ask you this. Sorry to cut you off, but let me
sure,
ask you this. If
don't do it again.
let's say let's say it was you, right?
Sure.
And as you're hacking, you're thinking, if I get caught, I can get offered a job with the government.
I mean,
Would
he's 16. I
would
don't think he
you
fucking knows
right,
that.
right, but I'm saying if you did, right? Or let's say if you did, would you want to work for the government like that? Because I would think it's kind of terrifying in terms of like, what stuff you're gonna find out that no one else knows and being, working for the government and whatever they make you do or whatever. I don't know. The government is just a weird thing for me and I don't really,
Just like God scares you, right?
But just like,
Well,
would you want to catch the next you? Like, I mean, it feels like it almost puts you in a compromised position of like you're gonna hire somebody who did something wildly illegal, which I should just say I don't think he's gonna get a job. I think he's gonna go to jail.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I don't know the complications behind hiring someone who you would then turn around and try to get them to stop people doing the thing they did. It just, yeah, I wonder where their motivations really would be.
Hmm.
Um, I think that nothing but bad stuff is going to happen because Grand Theft Auto, just saying the name out loud, like people know this video game franchise. Even if you
Right.
don't play video games, a lot of people have heard of Grand Theft Auto. The same way like people have heard of Mortal Kombat or Super Smash Bros. Like there's just certain franchises that extend beyond just the, bubble of video games that we live in.
Right.
I just this is it's almost it's like a Kid Icarus story. It's like he flew too close. He went too big. Like you go
Yeah.
like two
Yeah.
levels below
That's a good
Take
point.
Two. Like go below Rockstar. Don't you're trying to take on
Go to
like
Sega.
yeah, like you're trying to take on one of the kingpins of the gaming industry that has I mean, such they make like what like more money than any video game company, and they haven't made a new game in like 4 years.
More.
Like
Yeah, more than that.
this is not the
Last
company to
last game
fuck
they
with.
made was Red Dead. So yeah.
Red Dead 2,
So
yeah.
with that video, Penguin's video, he said something about how Take Two tried to go after the indie studio who made It Takes Two because of the
Yeah.
words takes two. And it's like, you guys are, I mean, yes, as you know, you have to protect your, whatever your company creates and everything like that. But there are those things that the company does where you're like, you guys are assholes.
Hmm.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like
No,
fuck
there's
you.
I think what makes this like story so interesting is that there is like I said at the start, like a painful level of irony to like this could very easily, and I haven't played the game in a long time.
Hmm.
There's a very good chance that there's like a similar side mission like this in GTA 5. Like that whole franchise is about like fuck these big companies, like take these rich assholes down. Like that's the whole
Yeah.
game.
There's one that's like the Facebook parody. You sneak in and you plant a
Yeah,
chip in the phone that blows the guy's head off.
right. Like I could see you know what's funny? Since the game is currently in pretty early development,
Yeah.
I could see them adding this to the game.
Yeah.
Like
You
I could
gotta
see
laugh
them
it off.
turning this into like because then they'll like get some funny press of like, you know,
Hmm.
people find new GTA side mission that's like hack into the fucking hack into some rich video game company and leak a bunch of files. I don't know, just like it feels like a GTA side mission, but it happened in real life to them. And I don't know if I was this kid, I'd be fucking scared right now. I
Oh,
Yeah.
know everybody's tough behind a keyboard, but when the FBI when those three letters outside of IRS, FBI is like the second most scariest one that could be coming for you. I don't know, man. If I was 16 and I saw like stories about the FBI or coming to get me, I'd be fucking scared. There's like no way out of it, right? Like you can't just be like, I'm sorry. I wish I hadn't done it. Like it's too late, man.
Or like, hey, I was just fucking with you.
Yeah,
Nope.
you can't like it's a prank, bro. You can't get out of you can't get out of this one. Like
Yeah.
you're in some but he's 16, so he's probably just like laughing about it with his buddies and like, wow, can you believe like I fucking dunked on Rockstar? This is so funny. And in reality, you've got like all these devs who spent at least a few years working on the game and were
It's
probably excited about showing it off eventually. And now they have to
eventually.
deal with this shit of
it's
like,
gonna have a Ramon, yo, that's crazy moment.
yeah, like now there's just some dickhead with an internet connection that just like, you know, looked at a bunch of private stuff, like, leaked a bunch of stuff that didn't belong to him and people weren't supposed to see. I know that everybody has
Yeah.
their opinions on the company itself, but companies are not like corporations aren't people. There's like a bunch of people who
Hmm.
just had like their privacy totally ripped away, and that sucks. That's just super lame. I don't know. We'll see if he's certainly got a 5-star wanted level. We'll see how this turns out for him. Usually, those don't end very well in the
You know,
GTA.
it's
Usually.
funny because I think back in the day it was maxed at 6 stars and they lowered it to five.
Yeah. You know, like in
6 was hard
GTA
to get.
5 when you could get an instant 5-star rating by
Mm.
like going to the military base. Like that's what he did. He just like he could have just had like a 1 or 2 star kind of casual, leaked a couple of screenshots. Nah. He hacked the military base, flew a jet right in there and just
That
started
mean
blowing shit up.
so that means he's currently flying above the base trying to escape. He's about to get blasted out of the sky.
It's
All you hear
funny.
is the da, 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 da.
Yeah, throwing like sticky bombs, trying to blow everything up. Dude, this kid is so fucked. Oh man. Well, that's our episode. Let us know what you guys think. Did you look at the leaks? If you did, don't say anything because the feds are probably going to come get your ass too. We will, of course, do a follow-up episode in the event that Rockstar decides to release actual footage, as we saw with Naughty Dog actually a few weeks ago with the Last of Us remake. So we'll keep everybody updated. Thank you so much for tuning in. Chris, Frankie, Anthony, 3 amigos, 3 out of 3 today. That's all we got for you guys. Peace out.
Peace.